X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain is the most unique coaster of its type in North America. But ever since Arrow went out of business, this ride has never been seen to pop up again. But will this amazing ride make a comeback? Tune in on Theme Park Theory to find out. X2, originally named X, is a fourth dimension coaster designed by Aerodynamics located in Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. The ride is the only of its type in North America. There is other ones in China, but in North America, this is it. The ride takes you up 250 feet before dropping you 175 feet upside down. Yes, upside down. This ride is very different than other roller coasters due to the aspect that the seats flip upside down. Now, it's not free spin like those many Joker and Batman clones created by SNS. This is controlled spin. The ride purposely spins at certain points, making the ride flip upside down at certain points. This is basically why it's called a fourth dimension coaster. The roller coaster is on the track, going through the layout normally, but when parts where the coaster is actually inverting, the seats could be doing something completely different that the roller coaster is doing. For example, when you drop, instead of facing straight down, you're actually going upside down. That's pretty much what 40 is. And Arrow was a genius for making this roller coaster. And it's by far the most intense coaster. The thing is, Arrow, which designed many roller coasters, and really good ones too, eventually went bankrupt before going out of business. And Arrow no longer built roller coasters. Now, what does this mean for X2? Well, if Arrow was ever thinking of adding a new fourth dimension coaster to any theme park in the US, well, it's never going to happen. And now we're stuck with the only model of this type of ride in the US. Now, hopefully this ride never gets taken out, and hopefully it stays strong during this times and years. It doesn't get old or something happens to it. I hope none of that happens. But eventually, this ride will reach its chopping block. And people really love this ride. I've never been on it, but I hope I get to ride it before it ever runs out. But to the newer coaster enthusiasts who don't particularly know X2 yet, they would be thinking of another ride that this ride looks extremely similar to: the SNS free spin coasters. And yes, I know the SNS free spin coasters are nothing like X2. These coasters are compact and small, while X2 is a whole track layout and everything. But they're not that different. They're basically the same. Only difference is X2's controlled spin, while the other SNS free spins are out of control and chaotic. And those are one of the complaints about these rides. Sometimes you flip, other times you rock, and sometimes it's chaotic, but it's not always the same. And that's why people don't like it, because you either love it or hate it, and you try it again and you love it or hate it. But let's say SNS decided, instead of making compacts, let's make an actual long roller coaster like X2. And let's make it control spin. Well, then I think we found our coaster. This would be an exact mirror image of X2 if that actually happened. SNS could easily make this ride control spin instead of free spin, and then add more cars together instead of that one car that goes through the circuit. Now here's the thing, it cannot be at all like these compact coasters. It's going to look completely different. It's going to be more like X2. But there's some parts that has to be different than X2. If we were making an SNS like long coaster like X2, the lift hill will have to be different. X2 lift hill is slanted, while if we were making an SNS one, I feel like vertical lift hill will be the one. It's just how those coasters are made, and it'd be a lot easier like that, because then SNS will have to be out of their comfort zone and make a slanted lift hill. Now, I'm not complaining if they made a slanted lift hill, but I'm just saying, like, in retrospect, I feel like it's a vertical lift hill that would be built if that was going to happen. And I gotta say, that's not a bad choice. Now, here's the thing. Now, I know that some of the free spins, they added an aspect where the seats start tilting as you're going up the hill. Now, the one in Over Texas does not do that, and neither does Batman in Fiesta, Texas. But I don't remember which one, but another Joker at another, I think it was Great Adventure, at another Six Flags park, their seats tilt when they're going up, but I didn't turn that off. But I was like, that's pretty cool. So if they were going to make a long layout roller coaster from SNS, like X2, then they would have to do a vertical lift hill and make the seats tilt as you're facing that ground. Now, how high would it be? Well, it can't be like 600 feet high or 500. That's way too much. It could happen, but I just don't see it. I think easily, like, it'd be a 200-foot coaster or lower to 100. Between 100 and 200 feet. It would never go over that because I don't think it's safe dropping 500 feet upside down. That would cause severe damage to your brain. So, yeah. I know for sure in the future SNS will create a ride. It may be soon, it may be later, who knows. But SNS is probably thinking about it right now. I bet it wouldn't even be that hard to design. Look at the Axis coaster. It's almost exactly like X2 except that instead of flipping upside down, you're going side to side upside down. And with SNS and their known awesome launches, I bet this new upgraded X2 can have a launch in it and have fire effects like the original and be the upgrade X2 has been waiting for. But in the end, it's a theme park theory. What do you think? Will there ever be a new X2 created by SNS? If so, what it will look like? Comment below. Thank you for watching. This is JB Thrills, signing out.